Back at 7:23, the Governor Jeff Landry administration is not providing oversight of public money given to anti-abortion crisis pregnancy centers as required by law. That is according to a report that the Louisiana Legislative Auditor's Office released on Monday. And our partners at the Louisiana Illuminator are now following this. And Greg LaRose, editor-in-chief of the Louisiana Illuminator, is here with the details on this. Really fascinating story. It's all about accountability and whether there is pressure to follow it.
Right. And you'll recall these crisis pregnancy centers, they've been around for a while, but since Louisiana's abortion laws kicked in 2022, there's been a greater emphasis at the legislative level of seeing that let's set these up to where it would ostensibly serve the needs of abortion not being as readily available. And this 2024 initiative was meant to track how state money, at this point it's like $1.2 million, spread across 35 or so different centers, to track how exactly it's spent. And the concern is that we really have no invoice, if you will, to see what it's being spent on. A lot of these centers are sort of offering medical services. We know of 5 that have offered an abortion pill reversal treatment. And that's really, the medicine is, or the science is very much out on that. They don't know that's like a legit medical procedure. And critics would say there's concern of are we funding treatments that legitimately aren't treatments?
Talk about what the law says. They have to report this per the state's law.
Yeah, this is all under the Department of Children and Family Services where this money comes through, and there needs to be an accounting. The 2024 initiative really was setting up parameters and called for the hiring of a nonprofit to essentially become this sort of umbrella organization that would provide some level of accountability. Well, the state has yet to hire that organization, so there's no go-between. And I think that you'd also hear from critics as to, should we add another layer of bureaucracy between DCFS, or should we just make DCFS track the spending itself like it's supposed to in the first place?
Talk about the response from the people that have used these centers. Was your reporter able to hear from the patient base?
No, she didn't talk with anyone. What we did hear from was, a lot of these centers are affiliated with religious groups, affiliated with anti-abortion groups. And, what they're saying is that, we should be able to account for how this money is being spent. It's state resources. And I think that pressure is only going to increase because the per center amount, Governor Jeff Landry has indicated he wants to more than double. Or actually, the lawmakers and the governor have actually approved in this current budget cycle, it will more than double. So they're getting more money, and yet we're not entirely sure how it's being spent.
And recap how many centers we're talking here and how much money?
36 is, I think, where we land with the money. 1.2 million total. Right now it breaks down to like 6 figures each, and that per center number, I believe, now is scheduled to go up to about, I want to say $250,000 to $275,000 per center. And
are you still waiting for a response as to why they haven't shared this information?
There is a response from DCFS in the auditor's report that basically points to the fact that there's yet to be hired that nonprofit go-between, and that's sort of the missing piece right now.
To be continued. That is a big and very tricky topic for sure. Thank you, Greg.